Yeah, hello YouTube, welcome in. Today we're gonna be watching Beginner's Guide to Asian Condiments. Enjoy the show.
If you don't got no sauce, then you're lost.
Loust. What does loust even mean?
Gucci Mane
Loust.
once said, if you ain't got sauce, you lost. Today,
Yeah.
we're talking about sauce.
That's a lot of them. Hell yeah. Bro, I need more of them.
Are you
Looks
tired of
delicious,
having the
doesn't
same old
it?
food every day? You want to put a little spice to your life? Or
Yeah.
you stepped inside an Asian grocery store and quite literally got lost in the sauce? Whether you're a beginner
Happens.
or a veteran chef who wants to elevate your sauce game, this video is for you. And today we're going to talk about some of my favorite Asian condiments so you can cook like a pro.
Let's
Since there's a lot
go.
to go over, I'm gonna break it down into chapters to keep things simple. Number one, what sauces are we covering? Number two,
Okay.
how are Asian sauces different from Western condiments? And number
Okay.
three, why should you have them? And number four, where can you find them? And number five, my staple condiments and some of my preferred brands. And I'll show you quick and delicious recipes I make in my everyday life so you can incorporate those sauces in your cooking.
Bro, I need those recipes. But okay, let's just be right now, really for a moment. What sauces do you have? Like, what Asian sauces or spices do you have in your kitchen right now? For me, it is a huge bottle, a huge bottle of soy sauce, of course. I think I got a lot of miso pasta in general because I really enjoy doing miso. It's really simple as well. The gochujang sauce, I believe. The fish sauce. The teriyaki sauce. And there's one more. And I think I got, like, in general, 2 soy sauces. Like, one is light and one is dark, I think. Something like that. Something like this. But I feel like having the soy sauce is just typical at this point. But low-key, kitchen with the teriyaki sauce just tastes the best.
Number one, what Asian sauces are we covering? I
Oh.
know when I say Asian condiments, there's gonna be freaks out there that are like, what about India, Malaysia, Thai? What about me? Am I not Asian enough? First of all,
Oh,
Daddy,
no.
chill. Second of all, let me clarify that today I'm gonna be focusing on East Asian condiments, more specifically China, Korea, and Japan, because that's just the cuisine I'm the most well-versed in. And I know there's also going to be some people who are asking, well, why not just Korean condiments? I love Korean food, but I don't only just eat Korean food. Most nights I alternate between Chinese, Japanese, and Western dishes. So I don't keep my pantry tailored to one cuisine, but more well-rounded so that I have flexibility because my pantry real estate is very precious. Difference between
In general, it feels kind of weird that she had to maybe not apologize to explain at the beginning that, yeah, she's talking about just a part of Asia. Like, that is so weird to me because that's such a big continent. Making a one video about every popular even sauce from each place there would take literally hours.
Asian versus Western condiments. Generally, the biggest difference between Asian versus Western condiments is fermentation. Take a look at these two favorite condiments, one from Asia and one from the West. I'd say this is a pretty accurate representation, right? Soy sauce is made from fermenting soybeans, whereas ketchup is made by cooking tomatoes, usually tomato paste with vinegar, sugar, and salt. Of course, there are some Western condiments where it involves fermentation, like Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire?
Worcestershire.
But anyway, Worcestershire sauce, which is made by fermenting ingredients like anchovies, molasses, vinegar, and spices. But
a lot.
the biggest
Worcestershire.
difference is the taste of umami. So
I will never say
umami
it.
is the savory fifth basic taste. It's that extra oomph of flavor. It comes from naturally occurring glutamates like monosodium glutamate, which is MSG, and nucleotides in foods such as fermented products, aged cheeses, tomatoes, mushrooms, seaweeds, and meats like beef or fish. And umami is what makes so many Asian food so tasty because it's basically a fast pass. it means somebody else basically did all the work. And this goes on to our next question, why should we have them? This video actually came at the perfect time because I just moved into my new place, hence the new kitchen, and I had
This
nothing
kitchen, by the way,
to
looks
start cooking with.
amazing. Like, a lot of electricity thingies. It's really clean, and there's a lot of place to work on. And listen, having a lot of space in your kitchen is important. And I think she even got like 4 places on the cooking stove. That's a lot!
Rarely would I buy all of these condiments in one go, and the total came around to $120 USD. I know the upfront cost of buying all these condiments
That's a lot!
But consider it an investment. As mentioned before, Asian condiments are often results of fermentation. They're also salty, acidic, sweet, or in spice form.
Yeah, I also got the rice vinegar. I'm always adding it to the rice. Yeah. I forgot about this one.
Having them properly stored and ready in your kitchen will save a lot of time and resources because they're concentrated flavoring agents. What would take hours or days to make something will be ready in your pantry, and it'll save you a lot of dishes. Trust me. And these aren't like ranch, garlic aioli, or sriracha mayo, which personally I consider almost as an avocado slicer of the sauce world, that are single purpose. The beauty of Asian condiments is that it's so versatile. You can mix and match different ingredients in your cooking process, and the results are delicious. And
I don't know why, but when it comes to any kind of like Western sauces, everything other than barbecue sauce, specifically like a sweet, sticky barbecue sauce, and tomato sauce, just ketchup, everything other than those two are just disgusting to me. I don't know why, but when I think of mustard, that's disgusting to me. When it comes to like even mayonnaise, that's disgusting to me. Just the thought of it. I don't know why. Honey mustard as well. Any kind of mustard, I hate mustard. Literally, there's only 2 sauces ready-made that you can just buy and use right away that I'm gonna buy and I'm gonna use. Other than this, they just feel disgusting. Like, I don't trust mayonnaise that I bought. I prefer to just do mayonnaise on my own. I think it's not maybe easier, it's not maybe simpler, but at least it tastes better and I'm not disgusted of it. I have no idea why, but it's just something in me that when it comes to like just buying ready-made sauces, it makes me not trust them. Like some kind of cheese sauce. That just sounds and looks disgusting. And usually, the taste is not rewarding. Is it the taste or the texture? Just looking at it. Just like seeing some random yellowish sauce doesn't make me wanna eat it. It just looks bad to me. And when it comes to like, I would say almost every Eastern Asian sauce or condiment, they are really chill for me. Like, of course, a lot of them are too spicy for me because I cannot eat spicy stuff, but they just don't give me this ick when I see them, or when I smell them, or when I use them. That's it.
Endless. Not only does it make good Asian food, but it's also great condiments to give your omelet or weeknight pasta a little bit of that.
Look at these.
Pizzazz. Number 3, where can you find them? Your local grocery store will have an Asian aisle with the basics, but if you want to have a different array of brands, you definitely want to come find a local Asian grocery store. Guaranteed you'll have one in your city, unless you're living in the boonies. And if you do, it's okay, I'm not judging. But you'll be able to find a lot of the ingredients online as well, and I'll link the links below. Link.
Not gonna lie, even when going to Asian shops here, it's hard to find specific stuff. Like, if you want to get any really specific spice or condiment, doesn't matter if it comes from America or Asian, you need to get it online. And I'm sorry, it's so hard. It's so hard. And I'm saying this to make it one of the biggest Polish cities.
Links? Link. On to the fun part. Let's talk sauce. We're going to divide it into 5 categories: salt, fat, acid and alcohol,
Yeah.
sweet, and spice. And within these categories, I'm gonna organize it into viscosity from thin to thick. Let's talk about
I wasn't ready for this
probably the
one!
most important condiment in Asian
I
cooking is soy sauce. It's the foundation of many great Asian dishes. It's our main source of seasoning, and it's made by fermenting soybeans and wheat with salt, water, and a mold inoculant that breaks down protein and starches. It's umami rich, it's salty, and the complexity just completely enhances the dishes. And there are so many different types of soy sauce, differing from region, how it's made, age, and most notably in light and dark. So a lot of people ask me, what's the difference between light soy sauce and dark soy sauce? Light soy sauce is actually literally lighter in color, whereas dark soy sauce is darker in color. So dark soy sauce, it's sweeter, thicker, and darker due to the added molasses or caramel. And it's also aged usually longer and less salty. So typically when a recipe calls for soy sauce, almost always going to be light soy sauce. There are also regional differences between Chinese, Japanese, and Korean soy sauces in the way it's prepared and the taste. My personal preference is Pearl River soy because it tends to be the most caramel and toasty notes compared to Korean that has a cleaner and a saltier taste, and Japanese that tends to be a tiny bit sweeter. But taste is subjective, so don't be afraid to experiment and try what best fits your taste. You can pickle, preserve.
Now I'm so mad that there's not such a variety of products here. I would love to go and buy some more sweet more sweet soy sauce. I would love it personally.
Marinate, season, do anything with it as long as it's a substitute for salt and as long as it's legal. Good soy sauce is best enjoyed with a fresh bowl of warm white rice, a big knob of butter, gently melted, and a drizzle of soy sauce. It smells so good. Mostly the butter, not the soy, but you can get that slight umami at the end. So simple.
I don't know why, but I would just add some egg to it. Not the raw egg, obviously, but like some omelette. Or just fry it once again with the egg on the pan. I would love it. I would love it. Ah!
Simple and so good. It should be a national treasure. The sweetness and the creaminess from the butter, the sharp, acidic, but nutty soy sauce, and the warm rice. That's the most important. The combination of these three, too OP. Dark soy.
She makes me hungry.
Gives the dishes a dark, glossy hue. As for the dark soy sauce, I prefer the Lee Kum Ki dark soy sauce. Great for stir-fried noodles and braised pork belly, dongpo ro, which was Chairman Mao's favorite dish. But one of my favorite ways to use it is definitely scallion noodles.
I picked up fresh thin egg noodles from my local Asian grocery store, but dried noodles will work just as well. Cook the noodles al dente and transfer them onto a slotted sheet pan to let some of the excess water evaporate. Toss them in neutral oil so they don't clump together and set it aside. Next, have your prep cook julienne the scallions and heat 80 ml of neutral oil in a pan. Gently fry the scallions over medium-low heat until golden and fragrant for about 5 minutes. Remove the fried scallions and place them on a paper towel-lined dish so they stay nice and crispy. In the same pan, add light soy sauce, dark soy sauce, and sugar. The exact measurements will be listed in the description box if you want to try it out. Heat on low until it simmers and becomes homogeneous. Add the cooked noodles in batches, tossing to coat them evenly. Garnish with crispy scallions and enjoy.
That looks so delicious. No, I just ate it. Oh no.
The sugar and the crunchy scallions.
No, I'm jealous.
So glossy.
I'm hungry. And I'm seeing her eating this. And you know, she's made those like faces. She makes those expressions that you can see that how good it freaking tastes. And I feel like I need to eat it. I need to try it out. I need to do it.
Soy. Tsuyu, not tsuyu from Twice. K-pop stans will know what I'm talking about. Tsuyu is a Japanese soup base and a dipping sauce primarily used for noodles and for tempura. It's basically a concentrated blend of dashi, which is a stock made from steeping bonito flake and kelp, soy sauce, and mirin for sweetness. It's super salty because it's a concentrated version. You need to dilute it with water. It's one of those condiments that I love to have in my pantry because you only need hot water to make delicious soup base like for kake udon.
This is my ultimate cozy lazy girl meal. Into a pot of boiling water, put your udon noodles in. But not every
I'm stealing
pot
this
will fill
recipe.
your udon, but learn to accept and untangle your inner noodle. Cook it
The
according
noodles
to
are so
package directions,
fake.
and while the noodle is
Oh.
cooking, pour in 2 tablespoons of tsuyu into a large bowl. Add the cooked udon noodles in the tsuyu mixture and coat evenly. Slowly add the cooked udon water to the bowl and mix. Add your desired toppings. I did bonito flakes and green onion, and this was comfort in a bowl.
Oh. Imagine adding some carrot there as well. Oh my god, I don't know, but I feel like carrot would go so well with it. Just a gently boiled carrot. It would be so soft, so perfect. Oh, no, I'm too hungry for this one. Oh no. But I'm learning a lot, I like it.
Stay! Yay! Smells like your boyfriend's feet after he backpacked around Southeast Asia for a month.
Sniffer? Sniffer, sniffer. Oh.
So fish sauce is made by fermenting fish, most commonly anchovies with salt. Amber brown, thin, and watery in consistency. You'll know immediately when you open a bottle of fish sauce. Whoa.
True.
It has a pungent, salty, and deeply umami flavor that's really essential in Southeast Asian cuisine and also for a lot of Korean soups as well. It adds that another worldly depth of flavor. Once it's incorporated into cooking, it's not going to be fishy at all. I will swear on my left titty for that.
Add a 1/4 cup of oil into a small skillet and saute onions and garlic. Once the veggies have softened, drizzle in a tablespoon of soy sauce and turn the heat to low. Then add 2 tablespoons of Korean chili flakes into the center, infusing the chili into the oil to make chili oil. Then add
I have a small question. When do you add garlic on the pan? Because usually when you're adding the garlic to the pan at the beginning of cooking, the garlic tends to get burnt really easily and then it's really bitter. I would say usually when I'm frying anything, I would say I would add the garlic in the middle of the cooking or more at the end of the cooking, not at the beginning. But that's just like my preference. Depends on the dish. Yeah, don't burn your garlic. Don't burn your food in general.
fish sauce along with a 1/2 cup of water. Bring the mixture to a boil and crack in an egg with some silken tofu. Cook for 7 to 10 minutes or until the whites on the egg has set. This is so good either with a piece of sourdough or rice, especially when you need a little spicy morning.
Good morning. I'm a little bit hungover, so I wanted something spicy, oily, and with a lot of flavor.
I never thought about
The fish
spicy food
sauce
for
that
hangover.
makes the world of a difference. It adds so much flavor. As I promised with my left titty, which is still intact, it's not fishy at all.
Oyster sauce.
Yeah.
Smells like a boys' dormitory. Oyster sauce is often used in
What does it
Chinese
smell
and
like?
Taiwanese cooking. It's made with oyster extract, sugar,
I want to buy it just to smell it. Just so I would know how does the boys' dormitory smell like, okay? Just for that.
and salt, then thickened with cornstarch to give it that nice glossy finish. The consistency is quite thick, making it incredibly difficult to get it out of the bottle. It's very difficult to portion, as you can see. I don't know who came up with this bottle design. Straight to jail. But it's still that good, so I always have it in my pantry. Sweet, umami, salty, obviously. There's a really nice oceany flavor coming through. So there are multiple versions of oyster sauce, but
I need to get this
I prefer the premium.
If I hear a sauce is sweet, I feel like I need to have this one.
Become key with the lady on the boat with a bunch of oysters and a very small jolly little boy instead of the panda one because of the high oyster content. The other one will do just fine, but this is just my personal preference. There are also vegetarian versions of oyster sauce that uses mushroom powder, and they taste really good too. My favorite way to enjoy oyster sauce is blanched vegetables and a dollop of oyster sauce, and it's salty, crunchy, and one of my favorite side dishes to enjoy with rice. bulldog sauce. There are no
I feel surprised that you can just boil cabbage and eat it with sauce. It feels like the ultimate salad. But at the same time, it doesn't give you the vibe of, I don't deserve flavors in my life. It gives you the flavor. You know what you're doing with your life. You're eating healthy.
No bulldogs in. It's made from fruits like apples and plums and vegetables, vinegar, sugar, and some other spices. So bulldog sauce is a popular Japanese condiment that derived from Worcestershire sauce adapted to Japanese tastes. Other variations include okonomiyaki and yakisoba, but this is in the middle in terms of thickness and in sweetness. So I like to use it for tonkatsu, honestly for okonomiyaki, yakisoba.
Look
I
at
almost
these.
prefer that it's less sweet. The reason why bulldog sauce is great with fried food is because it has a nice amount of tanginess and sweetness to cut through the richness. I like to make my katsu sando with brioche, katsu, a healthy drizzle of bulldog sauce, thinly sliced cabbage, and a squirt of
That's
kimchi.
a good
There are few
sausage.
sandwiches in life that will ever top this one. Trust me on this, bulldog sauce cuts your back.
Hoisin sauce. Essentially Chinese barbecue sauce. It's often associated with Cantonese cuisine, traditionally being used as like a glaze or a dipping sauce. It's made with fermented soybeans, sugar, vinegar, garlic, sesame oil, and spices. It has a sweet, salty, and slightly tangy flavor. It has an amazing pairing for poultry time. You're roasting a turkey for Thanksgiving. Try finishing it with a glaze of hoisin sauce. It makes a beautiful color on your chicken, and due to the high sugar content, it just becomes nice, crackly, and dark. Bellissimo. So here I just have a regular old rotisserie chicken sold at any grocery store. And we're gonna transform it into gourmet in just 10 minutes with hoisin sauce. I'm just patting it so that the sauce adheres a little easier. A spoonful.
Lather that baby like Justin Trudeau, and we're gonna pop it in the oven on the top rack with the grill function on. Usually it takes about 5 to 10 minutes, but I recommend you keep a close eye because it can go from a beautiful dark brown to burnt real fast.
It almost smells like jerk chicken. So crispy. And the reason
crunchy.
why I'm using rotisserie instead of baking the chicken from scratch is to just show that it's really easy to elevate pre-made dishes with a little bit of a sauce to give it a nice twist. Miso. You make miso.
Could I use the previous sauce to marinate the entire chicken in it? I'm just thinking about it, you know, like making a beef jerky, for example, with this one. I can feel I'm drooling at this point. That's bad. That's really bad.
So miso is a traditional Japanese fermented paste
Yeah,
made
but-
from soybeans, salt, and koji mold. And it comes in various types like white, yellow, and red. So the darker the color, the more salty and more aged it's gonna be. White tends to be sweet and mild, whereas red is pretty robust and funky. It means that it's gone through a longer fermentation time, therefore stronger on the funkiness. Usually between these two, I keep a jar of white miso because it's sweet and mild. It's great for salad and baking. Plus I have another more aged soybean paste that's Korean called doenjang. So doenjang is a traditional Korean fermented soybean paste. It's made a little differently than miso. It's made from fermenting the soybeans called meju into this little block, fermenting that first, and then adding brine into it. It tastes similar to the Japanese red miso, but it has a saltier, funkier flavor, and it's also a little bit more chunky as well. We'll utilize it in our brisket doenjang jjigae.
One of my favorite foods
I
during the
wanna
winter
see
is
the
this brisket
miso.
doenjang
Oh,
jjigae
no.
you get at Korean barbecue restaurants. And the most important step here is to toast the doenjang in the beef fat and then adding a tablespoon of Korean chili flakes to infuse a little spice. Add water along with
오빠, 운파오 있어? 오빠.
chopped up onions, squash, and potatoes. Let it come to a simmer and add your tofu in. Garnish with gnocchi mushrooms, scallions, and there you have it. One of my favorite childhood dishes, chador doenjang jjigae.
I could never pronounce it.
Sobanjang.
But I would divorce in one go.
Seriously going through a condition called addiction to Sichuan food. We eat mapo tofu at least once a week. And dobanjang is one of the most essential ingredients used to make mapo tofu. So dobanjang is made from fermented broad beans, soybeans, chili peppers, salt, and sometimes little wheat flour to kind of bind everything together. It is intensely savory, spicy, and salty with a deep umami flavor and a complex aroma that's coming from the fermented chilies
looks
and all the
spicy.
ingredients.
I'm
And in
not gonna
terms
lie,
of
it looks
my
so
preferred
spicy.
brand, make sure you get this brand if they have it at your nearby Chinese or Asian grocery store. This is the brand from Sichuan province, and it tastes very, very different from all the dobanjang that I've tried. Also, the hue of the oil that's rising to the top is beautiful. And I guess we're gonna make some goddamn mapo tofu.
A Sichuan-style mapo tofu has a good amount of numbing spice, so when possible, I like to grind red Sichuan peppercorn and have it ready for maximum aroma. Blanch your tofu in salted water to ferment and rid of some of the soyiness and strain. Into the wok goes in a healthy amount of oil, ground beef, along with minced ginger, a tablespoon of Pichon dobanjang, garlic, and chili powder, which didn't film because my camera overheated. Add your black bean paste, deglaze with Shaoxing wine, and then add your stock. Then goes in blanched tofu from earlier, Sichuan peppercorn, scallions, and thicken with potato starch slurry. Meaty, silky, chunky, and numbing mapo tofu.
Aww. It looks so delicious, but it looks like something is gonna kill me with the spiciness. Next time, I need to watch it and then just like get a spiciness scale for everything, for every possible dish.
No, it's gochujang. So gochujang is a traditional Korean fermented chili paste. It's made from rice,
Appa.
soybeans, chili peppers, and salt. It develops a deep umami profile from the fermentation process it goes through. I find it really useful because of its thickening abilities for binding flavors together, either in soups and sauces, but also when making pasta.
To make gochujang pasta, I like to use tubular pasta with a bite. Salt your water and cook it under package directions, making sure to reserve half a
I don't know why I hate this one specific pasta. It feels wrong to use it. For me, only the classic spaghetti pasta is the best. Like, any other shape than the long pasta is bad pasta. There's something in me that just doesn't trust any other pasta, okay?
cup of pasta water for later. Into the pan goes in butter, garlic, and a healthy spoon of gochujang. You can put more or less depending on your preferred spice level and toast it like you would with tomato paste and ooh baby, look at that chili oil. A cup of heavy cream, your pasta, the pasta water, Parmesan cheese goes in and cook until the sauce becomes nice, thick, and glossy. Plate it with some Parmesan, grate it on top, and there you have it, one of my viral recipes, gochujang pasta.
Oh, I want
The
it.
gochujang adds like a really nice kick and rounded sweetness.
I need
and with the
it.
sweet cream and the butter and the garlic, it's so good.
Black soybean paste. So this is a Korean soybean sauce, and there's a lot of black soybean paste out there. There's Chinese, there's also the ones that aren't blended. And the key difference between the Korean version and the Chinese version out there is that the Korean version, it tends to be sweeter and milder with a more caramelized undertone. It's incredibly salty on its own, and it's meant to be incorporated into dishes like you would with tomato paste, for example. And personally, I find the Korean black bean sauce to be more versatile because I already have dobanjang to be that really salty, pungy, fermented, a little spicy taste, and want something sweet to balance it out. I found that the
I feel like with my taste buds, I would just make a dish and I would be like, oh yeah, we need to add some spices to it. We need to bring out the flavor out of it. And I would just randomly pick anything that I have. Like, there's already so much of them. And to me, literally, I don't feel too much different in taste about anything at this point. I feel like my taste buds are failing. I would be just picking randomly a lottery which one gonna go in right now.
blend of the two makes a really well-balanced mapo tofu, and it's also a necessary ingredient for making Korean-style jajang sauce.
I made a video not so long ago recreating a recipe from one of my favorite Korean Chinese restaurants. The recipe is written in the description box, so if you're curious, go check it out.
Japanese curry block. This is the magic that can transform sad veggies in your fridge to an immediate 8 or above. Japanese curry roux is made from a blend of curry powder, flour,
I never
butter,
saw it
oil,
before,
and
actually.
seasonings like garlic, ginger, and sometimes a little sugar to give it a little rounded sweetness. It's a solid block or paste that dissolves really easily into water,
Oh.
and it kind of looks like a chocolate bar almost. And once it's dissolved, it creates a really
Can I eat it?
thick,
Can I take a
velvety
bite
curry
of it?
sauce. It can achieve this because it has that thickening agent from the flour, the roux inside, and once cooked, it develops better flavor after a day in the fridge. And this is what every Japanese mom says, but curry in the fridge overnight always tastes better.
That's the case with almost every Polish dish in general. You can just leave it overnight, sometimes maybe even 2 days, and then reheat or put it on the pan, fry it again. That's when it brings out the most taste. That's when it tastes the best. You know, doesn't matter if we're talking about rosół, gołąbki, pierogi, bigos, anything. It tastes the best after 1 or 2 days.
Now, I don't have a day for the curry to chill in the fridge, but
An
what I do
onion!
have is 10 minutes
Oh.
to whip up something really fast.
I
And
love
this is my
onion.
go-to beef curry recipe made with a base of caramelized
Oh.
onions, butter, thinly sliced beef, smothered in a velvety thick curry sauce. Just 4 ingredients, and there you have food that looks like it popped out of an anime.
It looks
That's
so
it for
good.
salt.
Oh, mayonnaise.
On to our next chapter, fat.
Mayo de noche.
The smell of home. Sesame oil, the only oil Korea's rich in, and even that, we're really squeezing. Korean sesame oil, 참기름, is a rich aromatic oil made from toasted sesame seeds. It has a golden brown color coming from the toasting process. It's an important oil used as a finishing touch in a lot of Korean dishes to give it that really nice toasty aroma. Basically, if Italians have olive oil, Koreans have sesame oil. We don't usually cook with it though due to its low smoke point, but you can mix it with vegetable oil if you want to really infuse that aroma into stir-fry dishes. Of the commercially available brands, look for one in an opaque container that's vacuum sealed. This way it keeps the fragrance better and safeguards the oil from going rancid from extended sun exposure.
I'm getting
It's best
too
enjoyed
hungry to even
with
eat up
a
at this
bowl of
point.
warm red rice, a crispy fried egg, a little soy sauce, and a drizzle.
Oh, yes.
And to make crispy Chinese-style fried egg in a stainless steel skillet, you want to heat your pan hot. A good indication is when you sprinkle a little drop of water and it doesn't sizzle like this, but it starts, ooh, I'm levitating, like Dua Lipa. It's called the Leidenfrost effect, and it means your skillet has non-stick properties ready for your
That's
egg.
really
Drizzle
hot
a
pan.
good amount of neutral oil, and in goes the egg, and wait. Be patient, and the egg will release, unlike GTA 6. I love the combination of the crispy bites of egg and the rich egg yolk coating the rice with the nutty sesame oil. This is my favorite breakfast of all times.
Chili oil. Can't have dumplings without it. Great on everything, even avocado toast. It's made by infusing chili peppers, Sichuan peppercorns, garlic, and other spices. Typically, the hot oil is poured over a mixture of ground chili flakes to create a deep red, fragrant oil with a rich, spicy flavor. Obviously, the best is going to be homemade.
I feel like
and it's quite easy to
I saw the chili oil in almost every Asian recipe. Usually the Korean ones and the a lot of Chinese ones, I think. Though that is the one and only spice I know I will never get or never I'm gonna make it myself. It's spicy.
make, plus it lasts a long time. But out of the commercially available, I definitely prefer Laogan Mami with the chili crisp and peanuts.
The best way to enjoy chili oil is undoubtedly with
Gyoza.
dumplings. Cook the dumplings under package directions and let's prepare a sauce. Half tablespoons of soy, 1
Okay.
tablespoon black vinegar, 1 heaping tablespoon of peanut chili oil, and my little secret trick, half a clove of grated garlic. It adds a nice punch and spiciness that elevates the sauce. Spoon it over your dumplings and enjoy.
That looks scary.
Hot pot without sauce is just sad. Why would you do that to yourself? That's like the whole point of it. And my favorite sauce is definitely the one with sesame paste. A lot of countries have sesame paste, most notably the Middle East with tahini. But what's different about Chinese sesame paste is that it's roasted, which is why it gets a kind of a darker color and it has that really
I love
nice
it.
toasty undertone coming through. Tahini will do just fine as a substitute, but I recommend grabbing one at an Asian supermarket. There's also two varieties, one with peanut and one where it's 100% sesame, as you can see on the label here. And I recommend you get the 100% sesame one. It's really great for dressings, baking, dips, and obviously hot pots.
Bro, I have bought this specific one 2 times in my life. Once I gave it to my friend as a gift, completely unopened. Just gave it as a gift because I knew she loved cooking Asian recipes and I thought it's gonna be right in her taste, you know? And second time, I bought it because she said it's really amazing and I need to get it as well for myself and use it for cooking. So I got it for myself. And then I had a party at my home with some friends and they took it away. And then no one wanted to say who took it. They just stole it. They just stole my sesame. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love it. Yeah.
Kewpie mayo. Mayo so good that you will trade your firstborn for. That's why there's a creamy baby as a logo. Kewpie mayo is a Japanese mayonnaise made with egg yolks instead of the whole egg, which is what traditionally mayonnaise is made with, rice vinegar, and a touch of MSG, which gives it a really nice, rich taste compared to regular mayonnaise. Tuna, Kewpie mayo, and rice. You'll thank me later.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm thinking if I can do it myself, this kind of mayo. I think it should be pretty easy to do as well.
Acid and alcohol. So
My
rice wine
favorite
vinegar
category
is a
in
mild,
general.
slightly sweet vinegar made from fermented rice or rice wine. It has a slight tangy flavor with less acidity compared to white distilled vinegar and has a nice rounded sweetness to it as well. It's often used in sushi rice, seasonings, marinades, and salad dressings, dipping sauces because it enhances flavors without the overpowering acidity behind it. Black vinegar. Think of it as the balsamic vinegar of Asia. Black vinegar is a rice-based, dark-aged vinegar commonly used in Chinese cuisine. The most common black vinegar comes from Shanxi in China, and it's made from fermented grains such as rice, wheat, sorghum, or barley, and it has a really rich, malty flavor with a balance of tanginess and sweetness. You know, if you go to Five Guys, there's like a bottle of Heinz malt vinegar. Have you ever smelled that? It's exactly that smell, except 5 times stronger. When you go to your Asian grocery store, you'll be able to find a lot of different options with different aging time, and the longer it's been aged, the more depth and complexity it develops, making it the best dumpling sauce. Shaoxing wine. So Shaoxing wine is a traditional Chinese rice wine that originates from Shaoxing, as the name connotes. It's made from glutinous rice and yeast. It's amber in color and has a slightly sweet, nutty, caramel-like taste with a hint of acidity. It also tastes very similar to sherry. It adds that really nice aroma and that extra oomph to the dish. So mirin is a traditional Japanese sweet rice wine used in cooking. Similar to Shaoxing wine,
This
it's
one
also
I know
made
the
from
most.
fermented glutinous rice, rice koji, and sugar for that added sweetness. Commonly, it's used in sauces like teriyaki. It has a mild sweetness and subtle umami, making it great as the sweetener for a lot of sauces. Sake. It's a traditional Japanese alcohol made from rice, water, yeast, and koji mold. It typically has an alcohol percentage of like 12 to 16%. It's
That's
lower
pretty
than most
weak.
spirits, but it's higher than beer or wine. It can range from sweet to dry depending on the process and style. And along with soy sauce, mirin, and dashi, sake is like the 4 pillars to Japanese cooking. And sake is most used in cooking to tenderize meats and to get rid of any gaminess or fishiness in dishes. Cheers.
We're making
Just
oyakodon, which translates to mother and daughter bowl, a little gruesome if you think about it, but it's a protein-rich, delicious Japanese meal that's easy to whip up under 15 minutes. Add onions to your stock. Traditionally, dashi stock is used, but I prefer chicken to almost make it 3 generations in a bowl. Simmer the onions on low and marinate the chicken in sake. Then add a tablespoon of soy sauce, mirin, and 2 tablespoons of sugar to make the sauce. Add the chicken back in, and once the chicken is almost cooked through, beat 3 eggs in a bowl. Then add 2/3 of the egg mixture and cook, adding the rest for a glossy finish. Top with scallions for garnish and serve on top of rice.
I want to try out every recipe from this
is a Korean
video.
green plum extract that's made from fermenting unripe green plums with sugar. In my house, we make it every year, and it's fermented for around 100 days, and the extract is then filtered out to be used as either digestive, teas. It also makes really good lemonades, dressing sauces, and most notably in kimchi. Rice malt syrup. Now, this is not rice malt syrup, it's actually corn syrup. I'm currently residing in Madrid, and there aren't that many Korean grocery stores. If you know any, let us know. But I went to 4 Asian grocery stores, and none of them, unfortunately, had rice malt syrup. And as an alternative, corn syrup also works fine to give it that nice glossiness and thickness to a lot of Korean dishes. But I do prefer rice malt syrup because it has like that mild caramel-like flavor, and it's made by breaking down starches in cooked rice into simple sugars, and then you kind of boil it down to create a thick syrup. Therefore, it's free from fructose, and it's primarily glucose as the sugar. So it makes it a lot easier to digest, and it's less sweet than refined sugar or honey. And let's make some Korean fried chicken, baby.
This is a sauce recipe to transform any fried chicken into a Korean-style yangnyeom chicken. All you have to do is order your favorite fried chicken and let's make the sauce. In goes salt, ketchup, gochujang, sugar, soy sauce, gochugaru, and a little water to thin it out. Heat it until it becomes a nice glossy glaze like this and let it cool for a little bit, then pour the sauce over the chicken. It has to combine, and you know what this silence means? Finger licking good.
I never thought you can make food
Rock sugar.
sound delicious.
Not crystal meth. So rock sugar is a crystallized form of sugar that's commonly used in a lot of Chinese and Vietnamese cuisine. It's made from pure cane sugar, and it forms these large translucent crystals through a slow crystallization process, and it's often used in braised dishes because it dissolves slower. Therefore, meaning compared to granulated white sugar, for example, it makes the sweetness less intense and adds that really nice gentle sweetness to enhance the other flavors in the dish. It also has a little bit of that molassy note, and it really adds a nice depth of flavor to your dishes. Tastes like Pop Rocks, minus the popping.
It looks like a honeycomb.
Now let's move on to spices. MSG, the magical white powder, but the legal kind. And what more can I say? It gives the food that restaurant quality effect, and the full name of it is monosodium glutamate, and it's a flavor enhancer that amplifies the natural umami flavor in foods. And there's commonly 2 misconceptions when it comes to MSG. One, that it's completely synthetic chemical, and 2, that it makes food salty, but it's actually quite the opposite. MSG derives from natural sources like fermented sugar or starch and mimics the glutamate found in foods like tomatoes and cheese. Therefore, it amplifies the flavors, which can sometimes be a healthier choice for people trying to reduce overall sodium consumption. So if you don't want to use it, totally fine, but if it helps you consume more vegetables, I say go for it. Dashi
I will
powder.
go for it.
Great for when you're in a pinch for soup because we're all busy, man. It's an instant seasoning that's used to make dashi. You dissolve it in water, and you use it for soups, broths, and sauces to really enhance that depth and savory note. It's versatile, it's easy to store, so I like to have a packet ready in my pantry.
Sometimes I forget how good miso soup is and I go on for months without having it, then suddenly realize it's actually the easiest soup on earth to make it, and all comes rushing to me of how great it is. All you need is dashi stock, miso to taste, wakame, seaweed, not necessary but I like it, soft tofu, cubed up, and a sprinkle of green onion. Miso soup.
Chicken powder. So chicken powder is a versatile seasoning made from dehydrated chicken extract, salt, sugar, and sometimes additional flavor enhancers like MSG or spices. It's used to add a savory, like chickeny element to really give that umami boost to soups, stir fries, marinades, and stews. It's basically a quick alternative.
I feel like a chicken extract is just chicken meat dehydrated and grinded. Something like this. From chicken breast to chicken powder.
To making chicken stock or broth, white pepper. So white pepper is actually the same plant as black pepper, but essentially the outer skin removed. It has a milder, more floral, and slightly fermented flavor compared to black pepper. It's often added at the end of cooking to really preserve a delicate aroma.
Oh.
Gochugaru.
Bless you.
Can't make Korean food without gochugaru.
Gochugaru is the essence of Korean people. We cannot live without gochugaru because all our food needs it. Most of it. Not all of it, but you know what I mean. It was for dramatic effect.
Gochugaru is a Korean chili powder or chili flakes made from sun-dried red chili pepper. That's why it has that really nice vibrant color and the flavor profile that's a little spicy, smoky, and sweet at the end. It comes in two textures. Fine for soups and paste, and coarse for kimchi and for garnishing. I recommend buying the coarse one because it's much more versatile to use in the kitchen. Sichuan peppercorn. It's if black pepper took LSD for the first time. Unlike traditional peppercorns, it has a unique citrusy flavor with a numbing, tingling sensation due to a compound called hydroxy-alpha sansrul. It's a key ingredient in Sichuan cuisine, often used in dishes like mapo tofu, hot pot, and chili oil for that iconic mala, which translates to numbing and spicy taste. Trust me, it's really, really addicting when you get into it. And there's two types of Sichuan peppercorn. One, red, that's this one, has a warm, earthy, and slightly woody flavor with a citrusy undertone, and a more balanced, kind of a numbing sensation, whereas the green, it's brighter, sharper, and more floral with a really pronounced citrus note. It's definitely stronger and more fresher numbing effect. I recommend getting red because it's all around more versatile, but if you want to cook more,
Bro, no joke at this point. I feel like if I will get those kind of spices and start making some more Asian cuisine for everyday life, I feel like I will get addicted to spicy food that I shouldn't be eating. But at the end of the day, if it's tasty, it should be forgiven, right? Right?
for fish dishes, I recommend getting the green one to try it out.
Oh, you definitely feel it. My tongue is definitely swelling up a little bit. Feels a bit tingly. I feel like I just got like a local anesthetic on my tongue, but in a weird way. I like that because I'm a pervert.
Bonito flakes, aka katsuobushi. So these are
Oh,
thin,
I have those.
smoky shavings of fermented and dried skipjack tuna. It's an essential ingredient for Japanese cuisine for the rich umami flavor with a savory, smoky aroma.
I love to add those just on the rice or something. And nothing hot, you add those and you're okay. The channel? Don't worry.
Delicious. It's used often for toppings for dishes like okonomiyaki and takoyaki, and it's also used for making traditional dashi stock. When you put it on something warm, it kind of dances like this. Spicy mustard. It comes in a little tube, almost like toothpaste, but if you use it like toothpaste, you're gonna die.
What?
Very spicy. It's very different from the mustard that you put on top of hot dogs. My personal favorite for using this spicy mustard is the dressing used for thinly sliced onions at Korean barbecue. It's punchy, it kind of like cuts through, your nose is spicy, if you know what I mean, and it's perfect. I know it can be a little overwhelming at first, but just get familiar with a couple of sauces at a time. You don't need to buy all of this at once. Just try out some of the recipes, get familiar with it, and start adding new dishes to your weeknight dinner rotation. With trial and error, you'll have a trusty arsenal of flavors ready to whip up dishes that can impress your wifey. Let us know if this was helpful, and if you have any questions, I'll answer them in the comments below. Okay, stay saucy and sexy. Love you, doobies. Bye!
Mwah. Don't gonna lie, I feel like getting few sauces, some tofu, rice, eggs, and chicken, and you can already make so many different kind of food. I love it. I love it, absolutely. I love Asian cuisine so much. Even if I cannot handle and I cannot technically eat spicy food, it sounds addicting. I just love it. Ah. Right, thank you so much for watching. Ayo.